All right. So now that we have some low light, I am going to use the opportunity to demonstrate to you how to sequence on this thing, and you're going to see how easy it is. It's not hard at all. So first thing you do, go over to sequencer. Now we're in sequencer. You have the different tracks, 1 to 8, 9 to 16. You have a mixer for 1 to 8, a mixer for 9 to 16, and then a way for you to manipulate the loops. So I already have a sequence that I've done here before. But I'm going to show you how to do one from scratch, okay? So let's go to a new song. So to go to a new song, let's just select song 1, which is going to be new. Create new song. This song, and it's going to be a length of 64. Are you sure? We're going to say yes. All right. So now it's taken off all of the effects and it sounds pretty bare. So I'm going to quickly go to menu and just up a little bit of the EQ so you can at least hear my voice, because my voice is coming straight through the keyboard. I'm also going to turn on these effects here to get a little bit of compression going and a little bit let's put this the graphic EQ on, and let's just tweak it up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, we'll just leave it as is for now. Just a very quick tweak. All right, so hopefully that bumps up a little bit of my high frequency. So that's a very quick way of you getting a little bit more EQ, a little bit more punch, okay? So let me show you from scratch. The first thing you want to do is decide which instruments you're going to use. So over here, I'm going to go to drums, find a drum kit I like, one of those. Or you can look for a genre you like. So I can tell this is standard hip hop. It's got some hip hop kind of sounds. So we'll take that just for the demonstration. Then we'll go to track 2 and select a bass that we like. So here's a bass. We got to first select the track to hear it. So you got to make this track 2. One of the cool things I like about the Triton from back in the day was the fact that all this stuff was touchscreen. 25 years ago, I mean, some keyboards are they're struggling to just make everything touchscreen. So this shows you how advanced this technology was, and it's still working 25 years later. All right, so this is bass. Let's find one that I actually like. Stein bass is good. Okay. All right, I'll try to keep the volume low so there's no distortion. And here we go into a keyboard sound, like something from here. Nighttime EP is nice, so let's check this one out. That's nice. And then under mixer, really quick, you can adjust the volumes, of these instruments. I can tell that keyboard is quite loud. I can turn that down. And watch this. If you got headphones on, I can send this to the left or right. Can send it to the left or to the right. And I may have my headphones on the wrong way, but if you're listening, you can hear these panning to one side. Let's see which one I've got on. Okay, so I might have put the cables in wrong. So I'm going to fix that real quick. I'm going to make the right left and the left right. There we go. All right, so now when I send something to the left, it truly goes to the left. That is one of my pet peeves when I do this stuff. Having the left going to the right, that drives me crazy in a bad way. But anyway, the next thing, we're going to go to track 4, and let's put in some strings. That's good. Analog strings. All right. So I'm just showing you how I set up my sequence when I'm doing it. So now I have the drums, the bass, the keyboard, and the strings. And let's just go for test spin and try it out. Going over to preference, you can see you've got overwrite, overdub, manual punch in, auto punch in, loop all tracks. Really depends on what you're trying to do. But right now, I'm just trying to write one track, track 1. So let's go back to track 1. And I'm gonna create a loop for this. Once I find everything. So this is gonna be about 80 something or 90. Let's check it out. So hit record or write all the way over here. We got record write. I really want you to see it, so let me just flip the camera a little bit. So we got record write, so that's about correct. Maybe up to 90. Okay, so just trying to remember where everything is. Okay, so I'm gonna do D sharp and F. I got to register the notes. And let's just go record write, and then we're going to begin sequencing. So here we go. Okay, it's going to give you a countdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 of those. 2, 3, and go. So that's 8 beats, and what I'm going to do is make sure that it loops perfectly because I don't want it stuttering. So I hit start, stop to kind of give me an idea of what happened. So I'm going all the way to 8 to see if it works. Good. So it's clean enough for me to begin recording something else. So what I did was just do a quick loop so that I could see if everything would gel once I'm done, and it looks like it will. There's no overlap. So I'm going over to Stein bass track 2. So something like that. Here we go. Okay, we're good. So that's our bass. No quantization needed for this one. And we're going to do keys. So for the keys, I'm hearing something different. So I need something a bit more punchy. I'm going to look for Dino EP. Something like that. Or even a whirly. Let's try that out. So we're going to hit record. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it works. And then we've got some strings. So put in some strings here. Track 4. Now I'm hearing something different, more arco, more along the arco line. So let's get some arco strings going on, and let's go to mixer, and let's turn this down, and let's pan it a little bit out of the way. Okay, so here we go. Record. And 2, 3, go. 3 and go. Okay, that's it. That's our track. We looped 1 to 8, and all I need to do is jam on top of that to my heart's content. I could also choose to copy what I've done, so I could come out of here like and go over to this menu right here, and I could choose to edit. Well, let's first rename this song. Let's rename it. Let's delete all of this, and let's just call it Phil 2025. Say okay. All right, I've renamed the song. But let's EQ it a little bit. Let's EQ it. So over here in Mixer, I could adjust the volumes like so. Turn all the volumes down, and that's the drums. And I could choose, let's go over to menu and master effect, and so that bass is really high. You bring the mid down a bit. Okay, and let's loop it just to make sure we are tracking everything. So we'll go over to master effect one more time. And we could choose to send more of this stereo compressor and more of this graphic EQ into the mix. But we need to direct it. You see, we need to direct these by going over to Insert Effect. So Menu, Insert Effect, and over here you can insert some more of the EQ or the compressor. So let's see how, let's check that out. You hear that compressor? We don't want that much. 30 is fine. More of the EQ. That's more of the EQ. You hear that? Another thing you could choose to do is just try the default sound. So beyond that, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so that's not working. It's not working as I thought. They used to be like a default drum EQ set, but we can also go into these other EQs like IXF1. We could turn on additional effects from 1 to 5, and here we could choose. Let's see, something more in the Hall family. So that we need to go to reverb here, like a wet plate, and let's turn that on, and let's send a little bit of this into 1 and 2. Let's check it out. Ah, that's too much. Okay, we gotta bring it down. Okay, we got to go back into menu, task, track edit, or insert effect. Let's see what we routed. Oh, because we put everything in IFX1. No. Let's try this. Okay, that's better. Now when we go over here, into insert effect, we gotta put a little bit in, but not too much. not too much. Just want to get a little bit of that. It's not coming through exactly. The most drastic thing will be to go to IFX1 and let's see. I might have sent it directly in here inadvertently. Let's see. Okay. So this isn't working exactly as I expected. I might need to clean these cobwebs. It's been a while I used a lot of this stuff. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to change this to some reverb here. That will give me the immediate results I'm looking for. Yeah. So just a little bit. All right. That's all I wanted. And now when we go to mixer, we can turn up the bass. All right, let's mix the rest. Alright, now we've got everything pretty much panned, and you could go to menu, track edit, this little menu over here, and make sure you can actually see what's going on. Can you see? This. Okay. So you could choose to repeat the measure, or you could copy the measure, you could move the measure. There's so many things you can do. So let's click repeat measure, and let's say we wanted to repeat 1 to 8, and we wanted to do that for all the tracks, and we wanted to do that twice. Do that and hit OK. Boom. Now we have 1 to 16 filled with what we did in the beginning. This. But we got to take it off the loop for it to make sense. So I'm going to take it off loop so that you can see what we've done. All right. So assuming at measure 17, I wanted to do something else, I could record directly to 17 and record over again. So going back to track 1, if I wanted to change the feel of the song, I could do something like that. So let me just show you that. Something like this. So that last measure, if I didn't like it, I could do something about it, but I'm just going to leave it in the interest of time and play a few more instruments to show you how this could work. So you could record track 2 here as well, 3, and go. So the last hit wasn't as precise as I would have liked, and I could always tidy that up if I wanted to. Now we play the pianos. 3, go. Okay, and we don't even need a string. So right now, what we are going to end up looping is 1 to, can you guess? 24. 1 to 24. Let's just make sure. See if it goes all the way. Okay, so it's 1 to 24. Loop 1 to 24. And now we're just going to jam on this. I'm going to go to a track that I haven't played on. Track 5. So we're going to find a sound that works on track 5. Something synthy. Hip hop. Okay, and we'll go to menu, insert effect, and go to track 6. And here we go to mixer and just turn it down, pan it a little bit so we get out of the way. And maybe just do one more experiment and see how severe it would be if I put an effect directly on it. Not bad. I think I'll go with that just to delineate the lead from everything else. And we'll take the volume down. And if I was going to perform this, first of all, I would need to go to disk. And I should save it. So disk, save, if I know what's good for me. Save. We're going to save PCG. Nope, not PCG. I beg your pardon. We're going to save the sequence, just a sequence. Oh, we already have this saved as Stevie, so we might as well just save it to the same place. Say OK. So this is going to save as track 2 on my superstition track, which is track 1, because now I have 2 songs. So if you remember, song 0 is Stevie and song 1 is this. So that's the Stevie song. But this is song 2. So what you can do, you can save several songs, you know, and just in case you didn't know, all this stuff is still being saved to good old floppy. This floppy is at least, I hate to say, 15 or so years old. And you can still find those to buy because people still use them. So now that I'm performing the track for you, what I'm going to do is mute. Just to show you, give you an idea of how I perform these tracks. I would mute that, start off with the drums, and then I begin bringing them in. So let's have some fun. And this is, just call it Phil 2025. Here we go. you've enjoyed it. Okay, well, that's all I have time for today, my friends. I hope this gave you an idea of how cool this keyboard is, a Triton, the standard, and they call it a music workstation / sampler. I mean, it can do all sorts. The voice is going directly in from my microphone. My Audio Technica is going directly in here, and everything you're hearing is all the EQ on the Triton. No outside of the camera magic or anything like that. It's what you're hearing is what you're getting. Solid and dependable. 25 years old. I think I bought this keyboard for about £1,200, which is about $1,500 at the time. But what a value for money. $1,500. I mean, this has been less than $100 each year for 25 years. So KORG products are very dependable. They're solid. They're built nicely. I love the side paneling. Very, very nice chassis. They always do a great job. So there it is. First keyboard I ever bought. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in another episode soon. Got any questions, put them in the comments below. And remember, I have a series of masterclasses where I'm actually showing how to use this keyboard, so you can find those on the channel. Bye for now.